Oops. There we go.
All right.
Why is it tweeting Russian?
I don't know.
Every time that goes out, it goes out differently.
If you subscribe to us, if you follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Wolf. What are we? The Wolf Den.
The Wolf Den.
The Wolf Den. It'll tweet out when we go live in different languages. Today, it looks like it's chosen Russian.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Russian.
So,
don't approve.
Yeah. Anyway, hello. Welcome to episode 15. I don't have a subtitle this time.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Oh, you mean like for
one of my stupid...
yeah. Anyway, hello, Jackie. Thank you. Hello, Gavin. Hello, Super Ty. Super Ty was in here earlier, and it wiped out his stuff for some reason. Justin, hello. Zach, AJ, Jordan, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Something happened. Well,
yeah,
we finally made it.
Mm-hmm.
Made it all the way.
Yep.
10,000 subs. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
That's
so
it.
much.
We quit now.
Yeah,
we're done.
We're gonna break up and split off and do our own things. I'm gonna practice yoga. Bob's gonna probably
do my solo album.
Yeah,
it's only drums and rhythmic screaming. What did I want to talk about? I don't know. I tried to get Ratchet and Clank yesterday.
Yeah.
They were sold out at both the Best Buy and the GameStop.
You know, it's amazing. Consoles now, what you can do is you can just go to the console, go to the store, and buy it now and download it directly.
I wouldn't have played it anyway. Hi, Veke. Yesterday,
yes, Bob.
Made a video about the PSP.
PS Vita.
PS Vita. Damn. How it's dying. Like, there's not a lot of games for it. Like, they're not making as many games as they used to. Or at least the big budget games. They're making indie games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. But there's less and less.
Right.
People are buying this console less also. I got a comment. Of course, I was anticipating comments. Like, yo, it's not dead. I still love mine, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I got a comment that was, it's dead and I still have a pre-order on it. It's dead. I have like 30 games that I need to play on it. 15 of them are new. I want you to name me 2 games that are coming out for the Vita.
Oh no, what's the one Drinkbox just released?
That's why I said 2.
Severed?
Yes, that's why I said 2.
And then I can't really think of another one.
Without Googling, name another one that's not the Drinkbox one. I said to him, congratulations on finding 15 new Vita games.
Look, here's the thing. When we say that the Vita is dead or it's dying, that's not a...
I played my Vita today.
It doesn't mean
love
you
my
can't
Vita.
play it still. That doesn't mean there aren't games for it. It's just that it's not in a position where it can flourish like the 3DS has, or
Correct.
like even the PSP has.
Correct.
The Vita is a great system. It's just unfortunate that Sony doesn't seem to be supporting it.
Yes, the problem is that they again, I say this a lot, but they marketed it poorly because they marketed it as a home console in your pocket, which is totally fine, but then they didn't have the games to support that.
And the games that they did have to support it, you know, were usually garbage, like that one Call of Duty game.
Right.
Or if they were good, like Uncharted and I think
Killzone,
you know, they didn't sell enough to warrant the continuing of games like that.
Right.
Like apparently
it's just that those are expensive.
Yeah.
And they needed the sales to support that.
Like I remember when Borderlands 2 came out on the Vita, like Sony had to fund that themselves because Gearbox was like, this is not going to make money. And Sony pretty much had to like say, no, it will. Hell, we'll fund the making of it and prove to you it will, and it didn't.
Wow. It also didn't work the first,
Yeah, like it was very like
couple
buggy and
months it
glitchy.
was out.
And also, it was Borderlands 2, and that game not good.
Game's all right. I mean, I love the first Borderlands. Second Borderlands, I liked it, but something else came out and I stopped playing it. But anyway, love my Vita. It's just that when a console doesn't do well, you gotta put your love for it aside and understand that it's not doing well.
Yeah,
So how are you?
not bad. Yeah, it's doing
Good.
doing me.
Can we eat those yet?
Yes. A little context. So Eminem, not the rapper, but the delicious candy, have been doing this thing where they have 3 new flavors for people to try, and you can vote on which one is going to be their new official flavor. There's coffee nut, there's chili nut, and the one we have today, honey nut. This is honey infused peanut M&Ms.
I've been looking for these.
I was only able to find these so far. I was able to find the huge bags of all 3, but I am not spending $10 on candy that we're probably just going to throw out.
Totally would have.
I know you would have, because you don't know the value of $1.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
Make sure everybody hears it.
I'm sorry for the sound. Here,
Also, don't explode them everywhere.
I'm not going to.
There you go.
All right. Let's see here.
Let's do this.
Give it a shot. If I can find the others.
2? All right, fine.
You don't want to over.
Doing it at the same time? All right, let's go.
This is good. I like it smooth. You're like.
All right. So it's just like a regular peanut M&M,
Yes.
but it's got a little bit of honey.
Yeah, it's not going to set your world on fire, but it is enjoyable.
I gotta pinpoint what that flavor is, and don't say honey.
Yeah. I'll hopefully by next week I'll have the coffee and the chili flavor one, so we can do a full proper taste test. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying what I'm eating as they're falling on the couch. You can eat those.
Oh, don't mind if I do. God, what is that? I know it's honey, but I've had this before. This artificial flavor before. It's great, whatever it is.
Is it the same as in that Superman cereal? Because that was also like, no, that was caramel. Never mind.
Kind of. It's kind of caramelly.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit of caramelly. I'm gonna go with caramelly.
All right.
Caramel
Caramel.
for you losers out there.
Carmel, like the city in San Francisco.
Justin, is that a British thing? Caramel.
Sorry that we're eating food
Yo, whatever.
so awfully. It's
Wolfden ASMR. It's a little caramelly. Hold on. I want to get one in my mouth.
God.
So it really goes down smooth. Definitely a little sweeter than a normal okay.
All right. It's hard to do ASMR, whether you're being funny or not.
Let me get my notes here.
All right. You got notes?
I got notes.
I don't-
I take show notes.
I don't really take notes. I have things I want to
Well-
talk about.
That's the thing. Well,
Yeah.
I just write down things that I want to talk about. Like throughout the day
Yeah.
when I'm listening to other podcasts and stuff.
Other better podcasts.
Yeah, and like when I'm looking up news and stuff,
Yeah.
I just write down the things that interest me. So here's a big one.
Okay.
So you know that game Rust?
Yes.
You know anything about it?
Isn't it like kind of like a survival game?
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this game,
DayZ without zombies, basically.
yes, and you just start off naked.
Yeah.
So in this game, you don't get to pick your character or anything.
Right.
Back in the original days of this game, you were just a generic white dude. Everybody was the same generic white dude.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, they were like, now you could be a black dude or an Asian dude,
Right.
but you don't get to pick.
Exactly.
They just give it to you.
Yeah.
People were pissed.
Right.
I don't know why they were pissed. Cause the thing is, like, you were never given the choice anyway.
Yeah.
I can understand, like, I always want to be myself in a game.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have that choice, I'm not gonna, like,
Yeah.
go nuts over it.
Mm-hmm.
So you had people of different sizes and stuff. The problem is that, if you get spawned as like a really tall dude, your hitbox is bigger.
Yeah.
Now they changed it once again, so now you could be a girl. You could be spawned as a girl.
No.
Now people are furious.
Oh no. Oh God.
People do not like that. Also, dudes' dicks
Yeah.
are varying lengths.
That's funny.
So everybody wants the bigger dick, except, Will, that a bigger dick actually has a bigger hitbox. So it's actually a disadvantage.
That's amazing. Oh my God. That's actually really funny.
And I'd imagine that girls' boobs, if they're bigger, they also have a bigger
Probably,
hitbox.
yeah.
So let's say, Will, that you're playing this game.
Yeah.
Say you've been playing it for, I don't know, 6 months,
Okay.
and you have your character
Right.
that's been alive for this long. And all of a sudden you log in, and it's a chick. What do you do? How do you feel?
Well, if I've had one particular character that I don't really know how Rust works.
It's like DayZ.
I assume so. That means when you die, you lose your character.
Yes, you start a
Alright.
new guy.
But I haven't died yet.
I'm just assuming you haven't died for a really long time.
All right.
And you have like a fort and everything, and you're like super MLG at this game.
Well, here's
This
the
is
thing.
like best case scenario.
If I died, like if somebody killed me and I lost everything, then that's just part of the game. I'd be pissed that I died, but if I have to start over again as a different gender, or different
No.
race,
You don't start over. You're still alive. This is the same game. It's just that your character is now a girl.
but I don't have all my stuff.
No, you still have all of
Oh,
your
I still
stuff
have all my
because
stuff.
they just changed the algorithm. So now some of these people that were dudes are now girls.
That's bizarre.
Like because there weren't girls before.
right.
Like
Now
you didn't
they're
get
a
to
girl.
choose your character before.
But that's so weird.
It is weird.
That like your character just basically continues, but it looks different. I mean, because something like Zombie U, you don't get to pick your character,
Right.
But like when you die, you're randomly another character, and that character has to find all your stuff.
That's the same thing with Rust. It's just
Yeah.
that when they made the update to allow girls, that also affected, to my understanding. Somebody back me
Yeah,
up.
somebody correct, because that doesn't sound right. That's like, why would a game that's like, because I think pretty sure Rust is like a permadeath game.
Yes.
So then why
It
would
is.
they let you carry over your stuff in a permadeath game?
No.
That's a piece of
You don't
purpose.
carry over your stuff, but your characters.
Like your stats and stuff?
No, I'm saying that okay,
You're explaining this badly.
let's say you were playing the game let's say your character's been alive since last week.
Yeah.
Tuesday they updated the game. You were a white dude all last week.
Okay.
This Tuesday they uploaded a game. Today they updated the game. Today you log in and you're a chick on the same game that you've been playing for a week.
If there's no reason for me to for the change, then like that could be a problem.
Well, the change is that they changed the algorithm, so now that girls are thrown into the mix when they auto generate the characters. You understand?
No.
Yeah. When they generate the characters, now one of the options is a girl.
Right.
So that affected
that I understood.
people who were already playing the game.
But
To my understanding.
it's something.
Somebody back me
I
up.
am
Somebody
so
plays
confused right now.
Rust.
Anybody who plays Rust in the comments, please straighten this out because I am missing something. Something's not right.
I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. Unfortunately, I don't have a link for that one.
I'm on Engadget right now. I'm hoping they can explain this to me.
I'm gonna have another
Yeah.
M&M while we're at it.
Players don't get to choose what their characters look like or which gender they are. Models are randomly assigned and locked to individual Steam IDs. Facepunch is aware that some players don't enjoy the idea of playing Rust as a woman.
Wait, if you die, do you not spawn as a different person? Because it says it's locked to your Steam ID.
I'm pretty sure if you die, you spawn as a different person.
That's what I thought.
I think that just means like it's locked to your Steam ID, so if you try to make a new game, it'll recognize that.
Right. So if I like log in on my laptop, it'll be the same. It'll be
Right.
the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Justin, we are not live on Twitch right now. Just the old YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should do both.
Can we do both?
Yeah, we can do both.
Seems like a big deal.
Big deal. Might clog the pipes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody do some research for me.
Yeah, I'm doing research and I'm not getting satisfying answers.
The guy who made Rust, one of the guys who worked on Rust, said you were never given the option anyway to choose. We're not taking anything away.
Right.
So, yeah, basically that's it. He's like, basically, screw you.
Like that I knew, because I knew like the whole you can't pick your own race thing. This guy said the same thing. Like you can't pick your race when you're born, so you can't pick your race in the game. But like the way you described it, because I admittedly don't know all that much about Rust, and the way you described it just doesn't sound like a game of that. I know I'm familiar with the genre though, and that just doesn't sound like, because that sounds like they're.
To my understanding, the update affected the people who were playing
the update game. Just automatically changes everybody's race and gender.
Only some people.
Only some people. So then that's a bug.
Like a random, it's a randomizer.
Right.
And it just affected some of the people who were already playing.
That's just bad game design.
Because if they didn't do that, then there would be significantly less women.
Right, but you know, Rust is a game where, people, it's I'm assuming it's a hard game and people die. So like when they die, just have them become whatever.
Right.
So
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I mean, I don't either. But, the way you're describing it, it sounds like bad game design.
I don't think it's bad game design.
Well, I mean, if people have been
I think
playing...
what's bad game design is having the dick be a hitbox at all.
No, actually, that's like that's actually I find that clever.
Yeah, but then if you're a girl, you have an advantage.
Yeah.
Or you might not because of the boobs.
Yeah. So
But you don't get to choose. Then that is fair for some people and not for others.
Well, life isn't fair.
All right, you know what? That's true.
Yeah.
That is also true.
Yeah. So
you can get Nightbot for YouTube now? Jeez, you know what Nightbot is?
No.
It's like a bot in the chat.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a little robot.
Is that one of them bots that accidentally become racist, like the Microsoft bot?
Yes.
Oh boy.
That's what it is. So we're gonna get one.
Good thing we don't hang out with racists.
Nope. Well, we're gonna when we get racist bot.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
I assume that you want to talk about Batfleck.
No.
You don't?
No.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about Batfleck.
Why not?
I don't want to talk about the DC Cinematic Universe anymore.
Okay. Does it get you mad?
It gets me upset. Listen, I'll say this. Ben Affleck directing a Batman movie is not a surprise. I think we were pretty much expecting that. And he's a great director. He's made 3 excellent movies. One of them was nominated. One of them won an Academy Award. Like, he knows what he's doing. The problem is, his first appearance didn't set a good tone. And I know, like, Zack Snyder's got nothing to do with all the DC movies, but you have to understand, Iron Man set the tone for all of Marvel movies. And if Iron Man sucked, I would not have looked forward to
Man
Hulk.
of Steel set the tone, and we knew that wasn't good.
Yeah. But, I mean, I feel like because Batman vs. Superman was the actual cinematic universe start, yeah. So, it's... Plus, too, like, Ben Affleck is Batman towards the end of his career. Like, where do you go from there?
True.
Like...
Him in the Suicide Squad trailer, he looked a lot skinnier.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, unless they go right into Batman Beyond, which would be kind of cool.
Awesome, but they're never going to do that.
So, but yeah.
I think he'll be fine. He's a good director. He was a good Batman.
He was. as long as he gets rid of the voice. If they do Lonely Place of Dying, which is the story that introduces Tim Drake and, helps him get out of his funk.
All right, this is
Jason
your
dying.
fanboyness.
This is my fanboyness coming out. Then I'll forgive him and everything will be fine. But otherwise, I don't really know. And yes, Super Ty, Jeff Johns is involved with writing this movie. Jeff Johns wrote Batman Earth 1, and that is a book where the concept is, what if Batman sucked?
That's the one where Alfred is like a war vet.
Alfred is pretty much Sean Connery, yeah.
Yep. Speaking of fanboying out,
Yeah.
in the Rogue One trailer, the dude who we think is Kyle Katarn is probably Biggs Darklighter.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. I think you're being sarcastic.
No, that is cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he looks like him.
He does
Have you
look-
seen it?
Yeah.
'Cause the side by side, he looks exactly
kinda
like him.
Biggs. That would be awesome.
Yeah, he's probably Biggs.
Dude, Biggs is so cool.
Yeah, Biggs is great, except that he's
It's
not Kyle Katarn.
I know.
So yeah, he's probably Biggs.
Okay, I'm down with that. I mean, that doesn't mean Kyle Katarn isn't in the movie.
It probably means he's not in the
It also doesn't mean that Kyle Katarn isn't in this universe.
That's true. Could have him later, but
Yeah.
I mean, he's got to be the one who steals the plan. I think that they're going pretty expanded universe on this.
Yeah, this is the most expanded universe.
I think that they're pulling from it.
Yeah.
So I hope this is Kyle Katarn.
Yeah.
I hope this dude plays video games, whoever's making it.
Gareth Edwards. There's Gareth Edwards who made Godzilla, who's doing this, and then there's Garrett Evans who did The Raid. Like, they have the exact same name. But anyway, what I do want to talk about, I don't know if you saw it, the Doctor Strange trailer.
Yes,
Did you see it?
I did.
That was awesome.
It was good.
That was really cool. It's admittedly the first half of the movie, but I mean, that's got me really interested. That's how you do a trailer.
So here's the thing about that. It's got the Marvel aesthetic going on.
Yes.
Very Marvel looking, but the tone was a little darker than normal. And everything was very Christopher Nolan.
True. It is a very
like-
Inception-like.
Inception-like and Batman Begins-like.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not Christopher Nolan, so it's like, are they gonna do a good job emulating that? You know?
I think so. I mean, because this is well, here's the thing. It's directed by, let me just pull up the director, Scott Dickerson, I believe is his name.
Really?
Yeah.
You just made that up.
No, I swear to God.
That sounds like a made-up name.
And he's a horror movie director, which kind of fits Doctor Strange in a weird way. But he doesn't have like a great filmography.
Oh no!
So here, let me just pull it up.
Has he done anything good?
That's what I'm trying. Sorry, Scott Derrickson.
Dickerson is not that.
Close enough. Okay, he's directed The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Sinister, The Day the Earth Stood Still remake, which is not good.
No, it's not.
But, things can get turned around. I mean,
So why is he doing this?
I think Doctor Strange, they wanted like something more not
like
horror
crappy. They wanted something crappy.
No, not crappy, but they wanted something a little bit more like, I guess, horror-esque, because Doctor Strange deals with monsters and stuff. They wanted something a little bit more out there, and this is certainly it. I mean, we've never seen anything like this in the Marvel movies. The closest we've come is like Scarlet Witch being all weird and like Asgard,
Right.
but like this is the first time it's getting like really mind-bendy.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, which is what Doctor Strange needs. My concern is,
It's got to be really out there.
it sounds like Benedict Cumberbatch is doing an American accent.
Yeah. The second time I watched it, I was like, there's a voice, like,
There is a voice.
I don't know. There's a voice, and I'm like, is that him? But then he talks like very sparingly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is that American or not?
Yeah, like
So I can't tell. I couldn't tell. I'm sure if I listen to it a few more times, I'll be able to
I'm
tell.
pretty sure it's him, but like
Like narrating most of it? is
the
him?
part where he's like, I don't believe in like chakras or spiritual
Yeah,
stuff. and things
that
like
sounds weird.
That sounds weird. I think that's him trying to do an American accent,
Oh, that
which
would
I've
be-
never heard him do
that would be
before.
bad.
Benedict Cumberbatch is one of the most recognizable voices in modern pop culture. Why would you make him change it?
See, when I think about Doctor Strange, he has a little bit of an English accent.
It wouldn't make sense for Doctor Strange to have a little bit of an accent.
Right? Is that, am I wrong thinking that? Because he lives in New York.
Yeah, he lives in New York.
Is his origin in New York?
I think so.
So then why would he have an accent in my head?
I don't know. Maybe in my head, sometimes Wonder Woman has an accent
You know what it
she's
is?
not from this country.
It's the dude from the Venture Brothers who is a knockoff.
Dr. Orpheus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's him that's doing that to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, he should have like a really proper like accent,
Yeah.
you know? An American accent is not a fun time.
Yeah. Doctor Strange is based on Vincent Price, who I believe is American. So
Who's that?
there's
Vincent Price.
You know who Vincent Price is?
I
The
do.
actor,
I
the
do.
horror movie actor.
I do, but who is it? Well, click on it. Pull up a picture.
I'll pull up a picture.
He just
Him.
yeah. He has like a proper act. I mean,
Yeah,
old.
he's got a proper accent, but he's American.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. Like, I guess I have to see more of Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange to really get the full effect of his accent. But like, you should have just made him have his proper British accent. His
Right.
voice is awesome alone.
I would have
So,
just forgotten about.
Yeah.
I would not have even questioned where he's from with his British accent.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're making it really weird looking.
Yeah.
Because the old Doctor Strange comics,
Oh
with
yeah.
Ditko.
It's Steve Ditko. Yeah.
they're like bonkers, super LSD trip.
Yeah. So if this is anything like that, I have read the current Doctor Strange series. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's like proper bonkers and stuff. I gave it to a family friend of my girlfriend who's like super into Doctor Strange. Like he had like all the original Ditko stuff. So he's like a Doctor Strange expert and he read it and he liked it, but he's got problems with the way Doctor Strange is. So I'm like, that's probably how he's going to be in the movie. And he's like, I don't know if I'm going to see this movie now.
Oh, well, he's a fan. He's got to see it.
He doesn't go see the movies, any of them, because he's like, that's not what I read. He's a proper fan.
Oh, okay. He's a what do you call it? A purist.
Yes. So
All right. So we like what we're seeing.
we like what we've seen.
Okay.
This is good.
Gonna see it. Gonna be good. When is it
Mhm.
coming out?
Next year.
Actually,
No, November.
it's
I
coming
think.
out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's gonna be good. Looks interesting.
It'll certainly be different.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good. I don't know if it'll be great. It'll be good. I don't really have anything.
I had another topic, but I completely forgot.
I thought you were gonna want to do Batfleck. I'm surprised you didn't want to do it.
I just, you know what I think? I'm really am just like bummed out about the DC Cinematic Universe, and it's sad. I don't want to be.
Is everybody in the chat excited for Doctor Strange? What did you think of the trailer?
Yeah.
They're all just calling each other dumb. I mean, the guy who did House MD did an American accent. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you can't do an American
Yeah, I
accent.
mean,
it's just that
obviously-
Benedict Cumberbatch doesn't really do it.
Yeah, like I've never heard him with an American accent. He's got a very distinct, very awesome
Yeah.
British accent. So like why would you have him change that? I really feel like there was something else I want to talk about, but I cannot remember.
I have two other things written down, but they're not really anything to talk about. So there was this WoW server.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
It was a fan made server.
Vanilla WoW, yeah.
Yeah, it was fan because Blizzard got rid of Vanilla WoW. You can't
Yeah.
play Vanilla WoW anymore. You have to play their new server.
Mm-hmm.
So these fans made a server called Nostalrius,
Okay.
and they shut it down. They
Yep.
said, "Hey,
No.
no, you can't do this." And people are pissed,
yeah.
obviously, because now you can't play Vanilla WoW anymore.
Yeah.
And people flocked to this because they didn't like the way Blizzard was treating their game.
Yeah.
So now you can't play Vanilla WoW. But the thing is that the thing that people aren't reporting on
Mm-hmm.
is that you didn't need a subscription for this, so you're playing WoW for free on the server.
That changes things.
Right?
Yeah.
So like that's why they shut it down. Blizzard should have a server that's vanilla WoW. Because one of the dudes said, "You think you want that, but you don't want that." To like some fan. Some fan was at like a convention, like in a panel, and he was like, "Are you gonna have vanilla WoW?" And the guy goes, "You don't want that." And it was like he was kind of being like a huge dick.
That's not a good way to endear yourself to fans. I mean, WoW should be like free to play anyway. Like I think it's really bizarre that it's not at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, they still make a lot of money.
Well, yeah, but still, $15 a month when like every single one of your competitors is free to play, like that's ridiculous. I don't know. It's just
like, just add a vanilla server, just one.
It's not hurting anybody to have vanilla WoW there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a small group of people that have that up there. So if you let them do their own thing off in the corner while you're doing,
it's actually not a small group of people.
How big is it?
Look at the picture. It's like a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, I'll switch the screen.
Yeah. Maybe, stop changing World of Warcraft so much.
I know. God, I hate this fucking. There you go.
All right, but that's still probably like not that big compared to
who plays the game.
Yeah.
I'm sure, but it's a significant,
Yeah.
like 1% of revenue is still like a lot.
Yeah.
The best thing that they could have done, which is totally out there, has been like, hey, you're not making money off of, you're taking money away from us. Let's work together.
Yeah.
Just put a lock on it to subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're giving you a C&D, but we're gonna help you put a lock on it so only subscribers can play it. And that's it. And then now they're funding a fan-made vanilla server.
Right.
Similar to how Bethesda is trying to work with modders.
Right.
Like that. But they're not going to do that.
Right.
Because then you're relying on basically volunteer help for a paid service.
Mm-hmm.
But no, instead they'll just piss off a million fans.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Another thing, and everybody's saying that after the Wrath of the Lynch King, they dropped out. Because that's apparently, that's what JonTron said.
Yeah.
Frederick says what Blizzard did to Arthas, it was, and then he said the S word. What else? I think our video was whacking out for a second.
Yeah, so it was getting a little jumpy.
Christoph says I was done after I beat everything in TBC, which
Taking
back Kansas.
All right. I was gonna say taking back Sunday, but I know that's not right.
Take it back Sunday with a C. Yeah. Then I came back. Then I quit. Then I came back. Then I quit after Kata launch.
I'm having less than enough.
Go for it. Dan X says I'd be so down to play vanilla WoW server.
One more.
Well, too bad. You missed the boat on that.
One last one.
Frederick said that vanilla WoW server had 600,000 people registered.
Wow.
No wonder it got shut down.
Yeah, that's
All right. Last thing that I had.
Okay.
Real quick. I think this is stupid. Apparently, there's a new Xbox coming. People are saying.
Apparently, Microsoft.
Just like how there's a Sony PlayStation 4.5.
Microsoft filed a patent for a new Xbox.
Well, here's what they did.
Okay.
They filed a patent for a new wireless chip.
Okay.
Then they had to refile their user manual.
Okay.
And the user manual
said Xbox
usually never gets updated.
Right.
If there's something like that. If it's like a chip or like a CD drive, when they change that, they don't need to upgrade the user manual. But for some reason, they updated the user manual. So because they're updating the user manual, people think that there's going to be a new Xbox.
Like an Xbox 1.5 or just an Xbox redesign?
Either. A redesign wouldn't
Necessarily.
I mean, if they have, sometimes they have images of the Xbox in the user manual.
I guess, yeah.
So, like to turn it on,
Yeah.
and they have like a little diagram. So, to me, it sounds like garbage. It sounds like they're probably not doing it.
I don't know. I don't like this whole talk of updating consoles like the PS 4.5 or 4K, whatever you're calling it, or this new redesigned Xbox. I mean, that you're starting to defeat the purpose of buying a console.
Right.
You buy one machine that will play everything guaranteed for 5 to 7 years. Now if they're taking the cell phone method where like every 2 years a new version, then you're gonna leave a lot of launch people like us in the dust by the time the system is officially over. Because all it takes is one game. Like if Halo 6 only works on Xbox 1.5,
Yeah, I'll be pissed.
like that's ridiculous.
A good example is the new 3DS,
Yeah,
because they have the old 3DS and they have the new 3DS.
yeah.
Only
I think it was
Xenoblade Chronicles and one other game.
One
I
other
forgot.
game, and the Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, it's dumb that the Super Nintendo games are
Yeah.
like that. That's dumb. But yeah. So, I mean, I got a new 3DS.
Yeah.
I skipped the middle one,
Yeah,
so I pretty much had to.
I'm like this close to buying because I do want to play the Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait for the NX.
Yeah, I might as well.
What was I gonna say? I think it's plausible that Microsoft is just filing patents to get ready for if Sony releases a 4.5.
Right.
Then
I mean,
they can
that's
retaliate.
that's not out of the question. I don't know. Binding of Isaac Rebirth was the other one.
On 3DS?
Yeah.
Wow. It's just, I mean, the Xbox does need a little bit of an update. That ESRAM is not working out.
Yeah.
The ESRAM is supposed to make it easier to develop games for it. It's supposed to like help the video memory.
Right.
But these people who are making the games end up not utilizing the ESRAM, so that's why the games aren't. Most games that run cross-platform don't run at 1080p on
Right.
an Xbox One. So they need to do something about that.
Yeah.
Give it more video memory instead of this stupid ESRAM. But, it wouldn't be that bad if they could make it so that games ran at a lower resolution on one Xbox versus the other Xbox. Because like right now, games are running at a lower resolution anyway. So if you can make it so that there's like it's easier to developers to up-res it to 1080p on a better hardware, then that would be okay.
I guess.
But if you're alienating people from playing certain games, that's bad.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I mean, that'll probably piss people off if it's up-res on a different console, but
yeah.
it's already down-resed.
Yeah.
So I don't think that'd be that big of a deal. Just like the 4.5 is rumored to be 4K, the PlayStation 4.5.
Yeah.
If we can play the same games on our PlayStation 4, they're just in 1080p instead of 4K, that wouldn't be that big of a deal.
I just don't see how they're going to be able to make a game console that like can, because games like you said once, games have a hard time running in 1080p. How are they going to blow it up to 4K?
It's true.
That just sounds ridiculous.
Even on PCs,
Yeah.
people are having a hard time going up to 4K.
Mm-hmm.
It's also like when you start seeing 4K or like at 60 frames and stuff,
Yeah.
things look weird. Like Ratchet and Clank looks
Yeah.
like a friggin' Pixar movie, except that it's 60 frames per second. If it wasn't 60 frames, it would probably look a lot better.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
I know, 60
yeah,
frames, there's gotta be 60
Yeah.
frames. That shouldn't be in 60
Not
frames if they
everything-
want it to look cinematic.
Not everything needs to be in 60 frames.
Order 1886 looked effing gorgeous because it was not in 60 frames.
Yeah. So.
Anyway, Josh says Sony already kicked Microsoft's ass. So I think it is the other way around. Sony is waiting for Microsoft to see what they come up with. Sony's waiting for Microsoft?
No.
No.
Sony doesn't care.
Sony doesn't care. Sony is doing
Just fine.
They're doing twice the sales of
Yeah.
Microsoft
2 to
right
1.
now.
Yeah.
It's 2 to 1. So
So.
that Sony's doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Microsoft is the one that needs to be like, what are they going to do next? Because we need to be ready. Because they could be squashed at any minute.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they're willing to work together with this stupid cross-platform play on
Yeah.
The internet.
So.
What else do we got here?
I got something. I forgot to bring this up before, but now there's more news to it. So there's this big, I guess it's called CinemaCon. It's this big convention where movie studios just get together and just say, this is what we're doing for the year and whatnot. And Sony and Marvel revealed their plans for Spider-Man.
Oh.
The new Spider-Man movie, the official Spider-Man movie starring Tom Holland and will be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is called Spider-Man Homecoming. It's a dumb
That's a
name.
comic, right?
No,
It's not a comic.
not a comic. It's a dumb name. Not gonna lie, but the logo for it looks kind of like the Spider-Man Saturday morning cartoon. Like it's got that.
They have a logo?
Yeah, they got that
Did you
curve
bring it up?
for it. Yeah, hold on.
I'm looking up the whole Rust.
You're looking
thing.
okay. So I'll just talk about Spider-Man. It's gonna star Tom Holland from Civil War, Marissa Tomei as Aunt May. Robert Downey Jr. is in it. That's been confirmed. Robert Downey Jr. is in it, and he checks up on Spider-Man in high school.
Okay. Well, that makes sense,
So,
I think.
that's the logo.
Can you just turn it in front of the camera?
All right.
Get real close.
There you go. That's it.
There you go. Beautiful, beautiful imagery. Look at those graphics. Oh, the camera freaked out. Yeah, that looks exactly like the cartoon.
Yeah. Here's where things get interesting though, because it's rumored that the villain for Spider-Man: Homecoming is going to be the Vulture, and the Vulture, it is rumored he will be played. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm back in. Wait, before you go,
Okay.
let me change the subject
This
completely.
is a hell of a cliffhanger.
Players have generally loved the way the game randomizes features for your permanent character, like skin color, limb length, and yes, penis size. But that was all back when every player avatar in the game was a male. With the latest update, though, everyone got a new model, and for some players, the possibility of playing as a woman is a little too much to bear. So I don't think after you die, I think you come back as the same person,
Really?
no matter what. And yes, people who were playing it originally now have the possibility of being women.
So they are just randomly changing characters.
Yep.
That's kind of bad.
You think that's bad?
I don't agree with that. I mean,
Yeah, because it was the person you've been playing as for a while.
like if you die and then you come back as a different character, that's one thing. If if you've been playing for a while and you've been dedicated to the game and they just up and change your character, yeah, you don't have a choice no matter what. But still, like I feel like it's a little out of nowhere. Honestly, I think people are just mad because they're all sexist and racist. But that's beside the point.
And then I saw another headline that said people aren't mad about playing as women as long as they're hot. Continue.
Again, sexist.
So you have to start a little bit further back because I wasn't really paying attention.
Okay. So, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yes. Knew that much.
It is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. has a cameo in it.
Right.
The villain is rumored to be the Vulture.
Right.
Here's where it gets interesting, because the person who's rumored to be playing the Vulture is Michael Keaton.
Oh!
Yeah, see, that changes everything.
I like that.
That changes a lot.
That's nice.
Yeah, like... Yeah, I mean, what do you say to that? Freaking
That's awesome.
Michael Keaton is rumored to be the Vulture.
That's awesome.
Like, you would think after Birdman, he said all he had to say on his time as in the superhero genre, but nope.
No, he's not done.
He's not done. And this is after he called Spider-Man a pussy. Did you hear that story?
Yeah, I remember. That was on one of the late night shows.
Yeah. So, look, Michael Keaton he's great in everything he does. Like besides Batman and like a lot of the bad movies that came out, he was in after Batman because he needed money. Uh, like this will add a whole new dynamic. It will make Vulture probably much more interesting because otherwise he's just an old guy flying around.
And when is that out?
Next year, July
Really?
July 7th, 2017.
You know what? Still don't have high hopes.
No,
No.
even when Marvel Connection.
No.
Why not?
Because it's still Sony, isn't it?
True, but I feel like they've learned their lesson. I feel like
there's more room for them to screw it up.
even with Marvel, like
Marvel's there to help.
yeah.
They're not, you know.
I mean, yeah, Sony still has
they're
final
not untouchable.
say,
Yeah.
but I feel like because the last two Amazing
Sony
Spider-Man
could
movies,
still really screw this
Right.
up.
the last two Amazing Spider-Man movies like did not perform very well at all. I think with the fact that they finally went to Marvel and said, "We need help us," and they're helping them. You know, it shows that they're taking this a lot more seriously than they did.
Right. It's a good step.
It's a good step. I mean, I'm not expecting these to be at the same level as the first two Sam Raimi movies,
Right.
but like this is definitely heading in the right direction. And who knows, by the time, you know, this franchise is, you know, good and going, maybe we'll finally get proper Venom.
Right. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think we will.
Yeah.
I think if it's good, we will.
Yeah.
But again, like Marvel's there to help. They're gonna make it as good as they can.
Right.
But it's still
under Sony.
Sony could still screw it up.
Yeah.
They need to. It's ultimately up to them. Also, they need
Right.
to work together.
But I do think that them reaching back out to Marvel is a good first step.
Yes,
I mean,
for sure.
yeah. And I do kind of think it's cute that Homecoming is a little dig at Spider-Man's finally in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. That is definitely that.
Now we just need them to rescue the Fantastic Four, and we'll all be set.
I don't really care.
I know you don't.
They could bury the Fantastic Four. For all I care.
No. See, that's the problem because the Fantastic Four is very important, not just to Marvel, but to comics in general, and they need to do something about that.
I don't care.
They need to reinvent the Fantastic Four to make people want to care.
Somebody also said, "What are they gonna do? How are they gonna get Wolverine in here?" Now they rescued Spider-Man. How are they gonna get Wolverine?
Well, they'd have to rescue the X-Men, and I'm not holding out hope that they're going to.
I don't think they're gonna do that, and I also don't think they need Wolverine,
They don't.
especially because all of these events that they're doing
Yeah, don't really
involve the X-Men at all. Yeah. So guys, talk to us.
Yeah. Now's the
What do
time
you want
for
us to talk about before we leave? Jason Todd said, "Coming of age story for Spider-Man." Skip. Is it coming of age?
He's in high school again.
Yeah, but it's not like an origin.
No, they're not going to tell his origin.
I hope not. Anyway.
Yeah,
Hope it's not before Civil War. Oh, it could be before Civil War.
No, I don't think it is.
Because Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. Maybe he can come in and be like, "Yo, we need you for something."
No, I don't think it is. Because he already has the suit.
Oh, Josh said, "When do you think they will bring Wolverine to Avengers?"
Definitely
I don't think
not for a while.
They're going to.
If X-Men Apocalypse bombs, and I mean bombs, and if the Wolverine solo movie bombs, then maybe.
And if Batman
There's a
vs
chance.
Superman has taught us anything, if it bombs, if it does bad, people are still going to see it and it's still going to make money.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like Amazing Spider-Man.
Also, too, now that Deadpool is a runaway success, like they're going to
That's
want to try
true.
to keep the mutants around for a long time.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If by some miracle Marvel gets the rights back to everything, and I mean everything, they're probably going to want to recast everybody, which
True.
unfortunately means Hugh Jackman would no longer be Wolverine, which is fine.
He's like ready to go.
Yeah.
Right?
But here's the thing. If they do like wind up recasting everybody, they need to keep Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
Right.
Not just because he's like the best person to play him. Deadpool's meta sense,
Yeah.
like that would be that would like fit perfectly with that character.
Right.
Like he can just wake up one day, like still be Deadpool, and just be like, "Where am I? This is not my universe."
Yeah,
Or say
yeah.
something like that.
Someone's weird here.
Yeah.
They could do X-Force.
Mm-hmm.
If Deadpool keeps doing good.
Yeah. Well, Cable's gonna be in the next Deadpool movie, and they have said that they pretty much Channing Tatum's Gambit movie, which was stupid to begin with. They're like saying they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll wait for Gambit, but now that Deadpool's good, we have to do X-Force now. So
X-Force would be a good way to bring Wolverine into something,
yeah.
Guy number 20 confused Michael Keaton with Kiefer Sutherland. Their names are just so stupid, he says. Guy number 20 says Uncle Ben does.
Oh, I hope so. That would be really bad if he doesn't.
Christoph says, I'll see Spider-Man, but the fact that they're redoing it again, I dislike. Well, they got to do it.
Yeah, I feel like,
Josh asks, what do you think of Spider-Man's suit?
it's good.
I think it looks great.
I like that.
People are complaining about the CGI, how it looks terrible. It does not look terrible.
It looks fine.
Nobody's saying anything about the scene where Iron Man is holding War Machine.
Yeah.
That looks terrible. That looks bad. But I know that when I see it on screen, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It's just the Spider-Man, I didn't even know that was CGI when I saw it.
The squinting?
No, the squinting, definitely CGI. But him doing the flip and everything. Like his whole body is CGI, apparently.
Right.
But I didn't know. But Robert Downey Jr. in that stupid Iron Man suit looked terrible.
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to, I'm still going to see the movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, the fact that his eyes move, hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I never thought I would see.
I know.
Never thought I would see.
Bob, let's talk about relationships. Guy number 20 says, how about we don't talk about relationships?
This is not your number one.
Unless you got a specific question about relationships.
Or even if you do, go watch Love and Sex Stuff on Kind of Funny.
Oh, those are great. Those are real good.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, more stuff.
Yeah, keep asking us questions. We like those.
So we're out. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I got coffee waiting for me upstairs. Lord knows I need it. And then I got to draw this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I go to bed. I'm trying to go to bed earlier.
By
By earlier, I mean I get in bed at midnight.
Yeah.
Fall asleep around like 1:30.
I didn't see that. Crash Bandicoot remake. Apparently that's a thing again.
This happens every once in a while.
There's rumor that like after Uncharted 4, Naughty Dog is going to do Crash Bandicoot. For realsies, 100%.
I mean, Naughty Dog's there. Naughty Dog needs to do something.
Yeah.
And they're there to do weird stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's gonna be Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, especially with like after The Last of Us, and now that Uncharted looks all like grimdark.
Yeah.
I feel like if they were to do Crash Bandicoot, it would just be really like hard to watch. It would be like Zack Snyder's Crash Bandicoot.
They were going to remake Jak and Daxter
and have it look like
and it ended up being The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So they're not.
Think about that.
They're not gonna remake Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Also, they don't have the rights to Crash Bandicoot. Right? Neither does Sony.
Right. Activision has it.
Yeah.
But Activision hasn't done anything with Crash Bandicoot, so I'm pretty sure they can just buy the rights from them.
They
pretty
could
cheap.
buy the rights, but
Yeah.
but like, what makes people think that they're gonna remake? Like, what's happening? I think somebody was wearing like a shirt with Crash on it. Maybe
No, there was a commercial where there was a street sign, and the silhouette on the street sign was Crash.
Okay, what's the commercial for?
It was one of those PS4 launch commercials. Where like just all this.
Get out of here!
He's
That's just their mascot. That was their mascot. Their unofficial mascot.
Was their mascot.
Yeah.
So like, people.
Their unofficial mascot.
People have like all this, nostalgia for Crash.
Yeah.
Even though he started in 3 really bad games. Meanwhile, Sonic the Hedgehog changed the industry. Oh, there's never been a good Sonic game.
Like, people love Crash. They want Crash. They're nostalgic for Crash.
Right.
That nobody bought the last few Crash games. Nobody even knows that the last one came out in like 2011
on the GameCube and the Wii and stuff,
and the Xbox. Like nobody cared. That's why there's not a Crash game right now, because you didn't buy the last Crash game. Bought the last Sonic game. I don't remember when the last Sonic game was.
Actually, no one bought Sonic Boom. People did buy Sonic Lost Worlds.
Nobody bought Sonic Boom. Never mind.
Sonic Lost Worlds wasn't a bad game. It had some flaws, but
I gotta play that.
It was pretty good. Sonic the Hedgehog's still alive and kicking. Just because he's made 1 or 2 bad games doesn't mean the franchise is dead and that the whole franchise is invalid. That's a really sore subject for me. When people say there's never been a good Sonic game, I'm sorry.
Good Sonic games. 2, 3. 1 was good.
One hasn't aged well.
Yeah. 2, 3.
Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic CD. I played it. It was all right.
Yeah. Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure 1 is
hasn't aged well.
No. Sonic Adventure 2 hasn't really aged well,
Yeah.
but it's still good.
Yeah.
If you look at the games that came out around, that was a good game.
Sonic Advanced, that series
was good.
Game Boy Advance. Sonic Rush.
Sonic Rush,
on
the
DS.
first one,
The first
yes,
one,
was
yes.
good.
Sonic Colors.
Sonic Colors is good.
Sonic Generations.
Sonic 4
Sonic 4
is great.
is great. Half of Sonic Unleashed is incredible.
People think that the game is about going fast,
Right.
and
And
they
it's
think
not.
that the game punishes you for when you go too fast because things happen and you can get run into spikes and stuff. But no, you're right. The game is not about going fast. It's just a platformer.
Here's the thing that bothers me. People say the Sonic the Hedgehog games are not good because they're all trial and error. Where like you don't get good at the game. The game is basically a memorizing test where like you have to go, oh, there's a bad guy in the way.
Yeah.
That's 90% of games.
No. That's not how the game is, though. People think it's like a memory test, but it's not. That's just how that person's playing it.
You want to know what game is like 100% trial and error? And
Mega Man?
Yes.
It
And
is.
honestly, like I thought about it,
Mega Man 1 isn't that good.
most of the NES Mega Man games are not good.
Yeah.
Like no, they're way too difficult, and the difficulty is based on trial and error rather than skill.
Right.
They're glitchy, they're buggy.
Slowdowns I'm cool with.
I mean,
Mega Man X, I think
is probably
far better than the other Mega Man games. But I'm trying to play through because I only really played 3.
yeah.
I think that Sonic is trial and error if you play it really fast, but if you play it like a normal platformer, it's
Yeah.
not trial and error because then you can see the things that are coming up ahead.
Right. And they break, like the classic Sonic games, they break them down. You'll have one level that's just pure speed, then they'll have the next level will be a platforming level. Or in the case of Sonic 3, the levels were big enough where they did both.
That's
in
the
one
thing.
level.
The levels were so big that they had multiple paths, and not a lot of platformers had that at the time.
Yeah.
There's this dude, Sunder,
Yeah.
some YouTuber. He live streamed Sonic 3. And
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, watch my live stream. I hate this game." And I was like, "No!" So I watched it, and I was watching a part. He was in the ice zone, the ice cap zone.
Yeah.
He fell into spikes, and then he couldn't get out of the spike pit. And he was like, "See, this game's just punishing you because I fell into the spike pit." And I'm like, "You can so get out of that spike pit. You just jump high." He wasn't jumping high enough to get out of the spike pit. Well, I was getting so mad. He's like, "See, this game, it's not the game's fault you can't get out of the spike pit. You're not jumping high enough."
I think the problem is
I know the spike pit. I fell. It's the spike pit. There's
Oh, yeah.
There's the rock, and then it's hold on by the key rings.
Yeah, you can easily get back up there.
Yeah.
The problem is because Sonic 06 was a travesty
Yes.
that retroactively made every other Sonic game bad. Also
Yes.
because Sonic, because the Dreamcast failed and Sega doesn't make consoles anymore, that retroactively made all the other Sonic games bad. That's what that is.
Sonic Adventure 2 was a great game. Immediately after that came out, you had games like Super Mario Sunshine and all of these other great platformers that innovated better.
Yeah.
But the games that came out, because people didn't play Sonic Adventure 2 until later on when it came out on the GameCube, and then all these other games were already out. So once that started happening, people didn't like it as much because the camera was garbage. But all of the games prior to Sonic Adventure 2 had crappy cameras.
Yeah.
All right, that's our Sonic rant. I'm
yeah.
sorry, everybody. We got to go, though, because
Because you got coffee to drink.
I got coffee to drink. This thing's getting high CPU usage like crazy.
Okay. All right. So thank you guys
Did
for
we miss
tuning
anybody
in.
else?
I think we got most of it.
Fanatic says Sonic is about speed. It's Mario for speedrunners. No.
No, I mean
Premise of
it's
it
very
came
much
from the
a
creator trying to beat level 101 as fast as possible. Yeah,
yeah.
but Sonic is fast, but like I don't play it. Like I try to run as fast as I can
Yeah.
when you're doing the loops and stuff because it's fun. But like when you're playing the platformy parts, you don't do that fast.
Yeah.
You do that.
I mean, when you're doing the fast parts, like it is an adrenaline rush, and you got to be on your toes, and that is fun. But yeah, there is the platforming you have to contend with.
Here's a question, Jason Todd. How come Superman being invincible is boring, but people don't think Wolverine is boring? Because he's a badass.
Yeah. People think that just because you're a badass makes
Well,
you interesting.
and because Wolverine has limits.
Does he? They stretch those limits.
Yeah, but
Like he walks around as a skeleton sometimes.
yeah, but he can't fly. He doesn't have heat vision. Like there's so many ways Superman can get out of a situation.
Right.
There's not many. There's still a lot, but there's not
But
as many.
the big argument with Superman is that he's invincible and he can't die. So then what's the threat? The Wolverine is pretty much the same thing.
Right. I don't look at it as that. I look at it more of like the reason I don't like Superman as much is because there's all of these ways he can handle a situation. It's not that he's just invincible.
Mm-hmm.
It's that he's super fast. He's got the heat vision, so he can literally shoot a projectile at you and just kill you from yards away if he can't even reach you for some reason. So like, he's just like he can do everything.
Right.
Wolverine can't do everything. He's basically just invincible and has razor claws.
Yeah.
There's other invincible superheroes.
Yeah.
You know? And nobody thinks like that about them.
I think it's just because, I honestly think it's because Superman is so like clean cut.
Right.
Whereas, every other superhero has like problems.
It's true. Wolverine's got some problems.
Wolverine's got problems.
What Call of Duty do you think is coming next? Modern Warfare 4 or Ghost 2?
It is in the Infinity Ward year.
Modern Warfare 4. I think I heard rumors about that.
Really?
Yeah, about Modern Warfare 4.
I don't know, because, nobody liked Ghost.
Or a new one. No. Oh, they said, the rumor was that it's going to be in the way future.
Oh, yeah.
Like way future.
When
Like maybe not even on Earth.
Yeah.
Maybe
so then Halo.
Maybe it won't be Modern Warfare 4. Maybe it'll be a new one.
Future
I don't know.
Warfare.
I really did not like Black Ops 3.
No.
The campaign was awful.
Yeah.
But the multiplayer was great.
I don't know. I kind of don't like the Call of Duty is in the future so much now.
Yeah.
Like I kind of like that Call of Duty was like more
It was good once.
realistic. Yeah, like it was
Black Ops 2 was fine.
Yeah.
And then go back,
Yeah, like I liked the Vietnam setting and the Modern Warfare setting and the World War II setting. Like keep it like simple and I guess, realistic.
Battlefield's supposedly going back to World War II.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. Too bad I don't like Battlefield.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
All right, we're leaving.
All right, we got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in, as always, bearing with our Sonic rant. Do you want to bring up the contest again?
Oh, yeah. So since we hit 10,000, thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. We have a contest, which is... I don't have the link. Are you signed in?
I'm not.
Just go to my video and just put it in chat. And then I'll add it to this afterwards.
Okay.
So we have a contest going on where if you subscribe to us and you just click the link, do the stuff, and you can win a $100 gift card of your choosing, either an Xbox gift card, PlayStation gift card, Comixology gift card. If you really want a Steam gift card, we'll get you a Steam gift card. That's a little thank you for being here for us.
Being our friends.
And I should have made it end today, but I'm going to make it end next week. We'll pull the winner live on the stream so that all of the people who listen to this afterwards have a chance to go in the description of this video, click the link, sign up for the contest.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Have a good week.
Me, moo, moo, meow.